Guys, let's get started. You can use the raise hand function to ask questions. Let's start with Kevin Kincaid.
Hey Tobias, how do you guys think you did with Trae Young and first half guard hit and second half guard hit?
We showed him some different looks out there. Obviously, kid's good. He's real skilled, and with the way that he uses his body out there, he's able to distribute the ball and score at the same time. So, I thought we showed different looks out there to him. Overall, he pretty much had his way with us and getting guys involved, and then also getting into his game and whatnot. So I think we just gotta mix it up, which we'll do. We'll adjust to that and show him some different looks as well, and go from there.
Ox said that he thought it wasn't necessarily how the individual defenders handled it, but more of how they were moving the ball and attacking traps and the rotations and whatnot. Did you think it was more of a team thing with handling him?
Yeah, it's definitely not an individual thing with guarding a guy like that. They're dynamic because they run a lot of pick and rolls. They have a dynamic roller and lob threat, and then they have shooters. And then you give them credit because they made a lot of shots tonight, and a lot of them were contested as well. So we'll go back to the drawing board and figure out ways that we can show some more bodies, get out the shooters, and find a way to get more stops out there.
Michael Luongo.
Thank you. Tobias, when you're trying to get your offense going, how concerning was the turnovers this afternoon?
Yeah, the turnovers hurt us. I mean, what was it, 19 turnovers? Playing a game like that, we turn the ball over that many times. It just hurt our offense at times when we were trying to play catch-up basketball the whole night. So we definitely got to take care of the basketball and make the right plays out there, make quick decisions with some of the plays that we had, but the turnovers for sure hurt us.
David Murphy.
Hey, Tobias, Joel carried a pretty big load tonight and gave you guys just about everything you could have hoped for. Did you expect to see that out of him?
I mean, yeah. He's been our force all year long. So he was able, we were able to get him the ball, especially in start third quarter, and go to him down there, and just allow him to use his physicality on those guys and get to the free throw line and make plays. So, I thought we did a really good job of feeding him down there throughout the game. Obviously, as I said, for us, it really wasn't the offensive part because we shot, almost 55% from the field, but it was the turnovers and the defense for us, really.
Jamie Bodie.
Tobias, can you talk about the kind of the disappointment in coming out here, game one, home court, second round, and finding yourself down 26 in your own building? Like, at what point the life was kind of out of the building? You guys did a great job getting back into it, but can you talk about the disappointment in coming out this way with a loss in game one?
Yeah, it's disappointing. I mean, for sure being on our court, game one of the second round, disappointing, but we put ourselves in a position at the beginning of the game. Lack of focus on correct plays defensively. We weren't where we needed to be. They made shots, but we put ourselves in that position, and here we are. So we have to get our minds right, go back to the drawing board, adjust on some things, and come back for game two and be ready.
Andrea Finiki.
Hi, Tobias. Trae Young played very good on offense, obviously, but is there a way to expose him a bit more on defense for you?
Yeah, I mean, we could look to put him in some more actions and whatnot. you know, I think that's something we'll definitely look to do. Just to, you know, I guess tire him out on that end a little bit. So, you know, obviously there are ways. We just have to figure out which are the best ways to do it.
Last question here for Tobias, Dave McMahon.
Hey Tobias, I wanted to know what the run will do for your guys' mindset heading into the next game, and then what you saw out of Joel compared to not having him for the closeout game and knowing that he's dealing with the knee. What did he show you guys?
Well, I would say, you know, to your first question, the run, you know, just shows that when we're out there playing as hard as we can, how good we are, and we need that from the start of the game too, and then all the games going forward. Just that type of mentality, you know, not to let our guard down throughout this whole series. In terms of Joel, you know, he looked fine out there. He looked good. I mean, he looked, you know, really good in getting to the spots, and just being a force for us. So, you know, obviously we want him to be as healthy as possible. He's battling an injury, but, you know, he played his tail off tonight for sure.
Thanks, Tobias.
All right.
Thank you.